Say his name.
Excuse me.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Prosecute the police. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Welcome to the live stream, BLR family. And we are reviewing the BLM protest in Minneapolis at the Government Center for Justice for DOLAL. He was murdered by the police in his vehicle at a convenience store gas station location in Minneapolis. And this happened, I think it was last week. It's been a short time ago. This is an ongoing protest, and pressures are beginning to
Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Let's see what
How's it going,
happens.
everybody? What's up, Montez? What's up, Ruthie? Ruth, Marie, Sarah, Mighty.
Justice for not only George Floyd and all the other stolen lives, but also for the Black community. We're going to hear from two speakers, and I understand it's cold, and I understand a lot of people here want to march, so we're going to get going here soon. But to begin, we're going to have a couple of speakers. To begin, we're going to introduce somebody that's been here protesting on the front lines for many, many years. My executive
Really good turnout. What's up, Ronnie? What's up? Love you, bro. Love you, man.
First of all, I want to greet you all with a greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings be upon you here today. I want to ask the question I always ask at the beginning. Are you here?
Yes.
Are you here?
Yes.
And that is the most important
My hands got super dry now.
most important thing you can do is show up. I know it's a little cold today.
Shout out to Kid Drift. He's out there deep in the streets of Minneapolis, guys. Be sure to go over and subscribe to his channel and show him some love and support.
That I've been showing up every single day.
One
And I want
love.
you to know, and for the rest of the people who are watching right now, you should be right here with us. You should be right here with us. We are demanding justice for the
And
lost lives.
guys, you're
We
gonna
are
find Kid
demanding
Drift over at
justice
Facebook.
for
Again,
far too
sub
long.
to his channel to stay informed as
Justice
what is
denied.
going
I
as
want
to
you
what
to
is
know
going on with these
today,
protests.
This morning,
This is very, very
we
serious
woke up to
stuff.
America. An America that
Great
for the
job,
first time
kid.
in a long time saw its ugly true face a couple of days ago at the Washington, D.C. Capitol House. We saw what we have been saying over and over and over, the threat of white supremacy that has grasped this nation come to fruition right in front of us.
Yep.
We saw politicians demanding to hang the vice president of the United States. We saw people deranged, wanting to kill people. But we want you all to know today that the peaceful protesters that have taken over this nation since the killing of George Floyd are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. And we are going to continue to demand justice because we believe and we know justice has not been served. After George Floyd was killed, we thought Minneapolis said enough was enough. We thought Minneapolis police said enough was enough. But not too long ago, they killed DOLAL. They killed DOLAL, and they are still spinning their wheels today. We are learning every single day little bits and pieces about this case that continue to project how dangerous these people are. We've learned that they are using confidential informants to try to create the type of disaster that they did, the injustice that they do, the killings that they do. And I want to tell anyone who saw anything on that night of the killing of DOLAL to come forward, because we got your back. We got your back. And the people who are marching today have your back. Don't be intimidated by law enforcement, because the revolution has taken over America and the people have taken back what is our rights.
Let's go, man.
We got your back. We got your back. We got your back. We got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back. We are demanding a transformative change.
So I'm cutting it out because there's Wi-Fi connection
We're
around.
not asking for one officer to be removed. We're asking for this damn system to be held accountable for the injustice they have caused for far too long in this country. And I want you to know it's a closed system. It starts with the police officer, but then it goes quickly to the investigators who continue to lie, who continue to deny the truth, who continue to deny us seeing the full evidence. Why can't they show all the videos, that they're collecting? Why do they only show us the one angle that they want us to see? To project one narrative. I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't just stop with the investigators. It also goes with the corrupt county prosecutors who have failed to bring justice, who have failed to hold police officers accountable. Like Mike Freeman, like Baxter in Dakota, and in all the other counties across the state and in the Twin Cities here. I want you to know they have failed us. And we need a new system that is independent, that creates the kind of accountability and transparency that we have been demanding for far too long. And if you don't believe me, just see what happened to our brother Jacob Blake. What else do you need? We saw those bullets. We saw what they did while his babies was right nearly a feet behind him. How do you shoot with somebody moving away from you with 7 bullets, nearly killing him? How do you do that? Which prosecutor in this country did not see the injustice that so many Americans saw? But they have far too long created policies that protect them at the Capitol. For far too long, they have put county prosecutors who only see blue, don't see us on the streets, don't see the real people that they're meant to serve, the taxpayers who put them in those offices. They don't see us. And you know what? Today, they are going to see us in downtown Minneapolis. They are going to see us marching through our city. They are going to see us stand up for justice. So I want to say to all of you who came out today, to the Jacob Blake family, we stand with you in solidarity. We are going to continue to march until we get justice for Jacob Blake. And for the DOLAL family today, we stand with you. We stand with you. We will demand justice every. Many of you came out this morning, but I'm going to tell you something. There is no better place to be than on the streets demanding for justice, because we are all accomplices. We are all accomplices. Our tax dollars continue to project this type of police and state violence on our families right here in Minneapolis. And our state, the same tax dollars that we have are projecting violence all over the world through a military-industrial complex that we have failed to check. They're creating more havoc across the world. So this is personal to us. It means all of us are guilty. And that is why we're out here. We are going to change that system and create a system that is inclusive, but a system that is based on justice. No more Minnesota nice. We are going to turn this state to a Minnesota justice. And we're going to flow that justice from the northern part of the state on the Mississippi River all the way down to the United States Delta in the Mississippi area. We are going to make justice flow all over this country, and we are going to demand justice by any means necessary.
Black lives
matter.
No doubt. I want to thank all you guys for coming out today. Jacob Blake was back 7 times by the Kenosha Police Department in Wisconsin. Jacob Blake, family is Muslim. DOLAL is here. His family is Muslim. So we're in solidarity today. And I want to greet you in a universal greetings of the people of Islam with Assalamu alaikum. No doubt. We're also here to stand up and talk against Islamophobia. We're also against any Muslim bans. So that's why we're out here today. We're out here to demand justice for Jacob Blake, George Floyd, Travis Jordan. Jacob Blake was shot in his back 7 times, trying to get away from the police. Right here in Minneapolis, Thurman Blevins was running away from the police, and he was shot in the back around 7 to 8 or 9 times. This Freddie Gray was running away from the police, and he was shot in his back. A coward shoots people in their back. That's the cowardice move by the police departments in the United States. So we're here to demand justice for Jacob Blake. We're here to demand justice for DOLAL. We're still demanding justice for George Floyd. So when I say Jacob, you say Blake. Jacob, 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 Jacob. When I say DOLAL, you say DOLAL, 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 DOLAL. When I say Travis, you say Jordan, Travis, 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 Travis. When I say Thurman, you say Blevins, Thurman, 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 Thurman. When I say Tyson, you say Nelson, Tyson, 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 Tyson. When I say Franklin. When I say Terrence, you say Franklin. Terrence. 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 All of these people have been victims of police terror by the Minneapolis Police Department. So we're going to take to the streets and we're about to shut down commerce. I'd like to thank you all for coming out today. Let's give a big round of applause to the little kid's father. He's right here. Murder his son. We're out here to demand justice for him, his family, and all the people who have lost their lives for police terror in America. Stop one! Stop one! Stop one! Stop one! Next, I'd like to introduce Loretta from TCT for Jay.
Thank y'all for letting me speak today. Over the last few days, I've been asked about how I felt about what's going on in Washington, D.C. and what I would tell my students, etc.
Welcome, Tosh Time, to the live stream. Welcome in, Tosh Time. Guys, go over and show Tosh Time some love and support. She's out there feeding the homeless. She's not leaving one person unfed. Big shout out to her. All donations do, in fact, go to feed the homeless. So please go over and show my girl some love and support. Shout out to Tosh Time.
Be patient to trust the process. That if
Thank you for coming in, Tosh.
Folks are getting the right amount of lots of women will get justice. I'm sick of waiting. And what happened these last few days, I am fed up. I am tired, but I am more determined than ever that I am fighting with the right people. I am not going to stop being in the streets. I will continue to demand justice for those lives who were stolen from us unjustly. By any means necessary. I'll be out here by any means necessary. We will get that justice. I have never been polite to these politicians, and I hope they know that they can no longer tell me to just be patient and trust the process. I stopped trusting it a long time ago. When it's time for action, it's time for justice. They need to stop playing with our lives. Like it was said before, I'm with TCC for Jay. We're what we've been for the last few years demanding is these cops be held accountable. They be held accountable for what they've done to Thurman Levin, what they've done to Travis Jordan, what they've done to George Floyd, what they've done to Jamar Clark, what they've done to DOLAL. That they be held accountable for murder, because that's what they did. They murdered these people. They took these people from us. And so we've been demanding community control of the police. I know some people want further, but we know that will hold these cops accountable for what they have done to this community. That people like you and me can finally tell them to get the fuck off our street. Yeah! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! So like I said before, I'm not going to stop. Yeah, it's cold out today. Yeah, it's going to be snowing and yeah, all that shit. But you know what? You know what? They obviously aren't stopping killing us because it's cold. They don't stop to kill us when it's hot. So we're going to continue to be in the streets and demand justice. And I know I'm with the right people. I know that. Fuck those white supremacists in Washington, D.C. They can because you know what they want? They want the system to stay the same. And we're out here fighting to change that system, to get rid of the system. Because it's working for them. It's not working for us. And I'm sick of it. And I'm tired of it. So let's continue to fight. Let's fight for DOLAL. Let's fight for Jacob Blake. Let's fight for George Floyd. Let's fight for all these stolen lives. Thank you.
It is really snowing right now as well. It's really, really close today.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
Let's ready to start rushing.
Let's go! Let's go!
Alright, so we're going to start heading that way, but let's just wait. The marshals are going to clear everyone to the side so we can get the sound truck to face that way. If you can move a little bit to the left, and please remember to stay behind the truck. We cannot keep you safe if you move behind the truck, so please stay behind the truck. Will that be over to the more to the left, please?
It's really good turnout today. Well, the truck's already.
If you need a hand warmer, it's in the black truck. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police.
Welcome over at A to the live. Here in Minneapolis, over.
Prosecute the police.
That's a real big ass dog.
What do we want? 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 What do we want?
Welcome, Panawana Grove. As it says in the description, we are
You guys want to watch on whoever's on Twitter, you guys want to
this
watch?
video.
Head over to my
Okay,
Facebook, you
this
have better
went down
quality.
yesterday, guys. For those of you
It's so
that
cold out here that the phone is
are
lagging.
inquiring
hold up. We want freedom, freedom. All these races have freedom. Hold up. We want freedom. All these races freedom. Hold up. We want freedom.
Count up the likes, DLR family, and be sure to drop a comment below after the stream.
Hey, ho, these racist clubs have got to go. Hey, ho, these racist clubs have got to go. Hey, ho, these racist clubs have got to go.
You guys know I got a photo bomb this. Look, Mom, I'm on TV, Mom. What's up, Mom? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
What do we do? This is what we do. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let Muslim lives up under attack. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let Native lives up under attack. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
That was a big puppy, yeah? Hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday. Gotta get my exercise out, bring you guys with. You know your boy got boots now. We don't got running shoes on today like an idiot.
One point out, we're passing by the Star Tribune, and every single time they had a chance to say terrorism on Wednesday, they never use that word. For all those white supremacists that say the capital, they never use the word terrorism. Say that ain't right.
That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. Cause it's bullshit. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. Black lives ain't matter. Black lives ain't matter here.
Muslim 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 lives ain't matter here.
Native 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 lives ain't matter here.
Jacob Blake, say his name.
Jacob Blake.
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 Who got my back?
I got your back.
Who got my back?
We got your back.
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 Who's got my back?
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
What's my back about the attack? Who's got my back?
We We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
What's my back? Everybody right side. Who's got my back?
I got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. If the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it,
Shut it down.
if the loud don't get it, if the loud don't get it, if the loud don't get it, if the loud don't get it,
Sir.
no justice,
Hey, good shit yesterday, man. Coming in yesterday. This is crazy, man. They still out murdering. And they can't defend somebody with a little knife. Doing shit.
prosecute them, no justice, no.
We get out of hand, man. That's $500,000 in their pocket. That's why.
Prosecute them. No justice, no. Prosecute them. No justice, no. Prosecute them. No justice, no. Prosecute them. We try to get them out to jail. The whole damn system. We try to get them. The whole damn is indict, convict, send those killing cops to jail. The whole damn is indict, convict, send those. The whole. I can't hear
Thanks, Rose. Whoa. Taking that on the side of the pothole. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Justice. Justice.
We got some beautiful fire.
Yeah.
No peace. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No what? No what? No what?
Justice.
No what?
Now.
Okay, continue. Say stand. Say stand. Say stand. Say stand. Say stand. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. No what? No what? No what?
Justice.
Say stand.
Say
Say stand.
That has now been set down. Usually somebody stand behind me, I'm like, oh, fuck. It's super cold out and it's snowing, but we still out here in the streets standing for justice here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're outside of the United Properties office next to Nordstrom. Over here on 7th Street in Nicollet. They're demanding for justice for Jacob Blake and DOLAL and all black stolen lives. Especially they're demanding justice for those who have been murdered by the police department here in Minneapolis. Peace and love to each and every one of you here in the stream. We appreciate you coming in just to spend a little bit of time.
If we don't get no justice,
I won't be able to get rid of comments and stuff like that because it's so cold. I have gloves on. There's places around the world, literally there's police departments around the world that know how to actually just like subdue their subject without having to use lethal force. Just because they escalate the situation, isn't it a job position of being an officer to de-escalate a situation? Sometimes when one person is getting rolled up on with 3 officers or 5 cop cars or whatever it may be, that shows intimidation. Think about it. If one person came up to you, wouldn't you feel a little bit more safe? What if you seen 5, 7 cops coming at you? How would you feel? But that's just me. I'm just speaking, you know, like from a point of view, a different point of view.
Big shout out again to Ken Trill. Guys, be sure to go over and subscribe to his channel. He's out there in the streets of Minneapolis.
Florida East.
Great job once again, kid. And thank you for this great video.
Jacob Blake. 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 Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Turn it down. Turn it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Gotta put a hood on now. Snow's getting into my neck.
Black labor reviews does not advocate
Shut
any
it down.
dark community.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Organizations out, cops. We don't need them. Freedom, freedom, freedom. There's cops. We don't need them. Yeah, my neck started getting moist there. Oh, the snow's coming in like crazy now, y'all. I don't even know if you see it on the screen, but it's getting hella white over here. It's like a fine white powder now. Congratulations to everyone in Yeah, don't fight back. No good cost in the racist system. Sorry, I had to jump off of object.
Black lives matter, yeah. Muslim lives matter, yeah. Muslim lives
Okay, for you guys on Twitter, head over to my Facebook. That's facebook.com/KIDDR1FT. If you guys want to have a better stream, I'm in the stream here, and head over to Instagram real quick. So head over to Facebook. So, but anyways, love you guys on this note. Head over. But you guys, if you love it, go ahead and check out that pin too. Music. Releasing more music as we go on this year. Alright, peace. No KKK, no racist USA. No KKK, no racist USA. No cops. No KKK, no racist USA. No cops. No KKK, no racist USA. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. When I say Jacob, you say Blake. Jacob. 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 When I say Dalal, you say E. Dalal. 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 When I say George, you say George. 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 When I say you guys
Thurman,
here with
you
Andrew
say
as well.
Thurman.
What do we do, baby?
Thurman. 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 Thurman.
Andrew said, "What's up, everyone?" Pretty good turnout, y'all. If you guys can get out here and show some solidarity, get out here and march with us. If not, stand up at home, hold that fist up, demand justice. Just because something doesn't happen to you or your family doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Bet you never seen somebody get attacked by a lion. But that happens.
If you haven't subscribed to Black Label Reviews, go ahead and do so at this time. Be sure to set the post notification bell. When we do upload, you will receive an immediate notification.
Dude, that's such Minnesota weather. The snow was just coming down like crazy, and now it's not even snowing anymore.
One love. Count up and like BLR family. And be sure to drop
The
a
whole
comment
damn
below
system is guilty as
after
hell.
the stream.
Convict, send those killing cops to jail.
It's a whole
Excuse me, had to get on top of a wall here. All right, better view. Excuse me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Look, 12.
I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. So now eat, say his name. Who did they murder? Who did they murder? Who did they kill? Who did they devalue? Who did they murder? Say his name. Say it louder. Say it louder. So they hear it. Say it louder. Say it louder. Say it louder. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Who did they kill? Who did they shoot? Who did they murder? Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. If we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice, if we don't get
Now
no
look at that.
justice,
Look at the sun, y'all. Look how much the sun just came out. We're just like super snowing.
Police!
Police! Police! Police! Police! Police! Police!
What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? Who's got my back?
We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back.
We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
Who's got my back?
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
I got your back.
We got your back.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what unity looks like.
This is what unity looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what community looks like.
This is what community looks like.
Tell me what unity looks like.
This is what unity looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. Indict, convict, send those. The whole is indict, convict, send those. The whole damn. Louder, indict, convict.
No justice, no peace, you said.
Thanks,
No
Gina.
justice, no peace, you said. No justice, no peace, you said. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the. No justice, no peace. No justice, no. Prosecute the. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the. No justice, no. Prosecute the.
Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! Boots! Boots! Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here! Boots!
I just took a hard fall there.
Boots on the ground! We're here! We're here!
That was fun.
No good cops in a racist system! No good cops in a
We're here at the
racist
police
system!
department or police precinct downtown. I think this is
No good cops in a racist system!
the third. I forgot.
No
So
good
many
cops in
places.
a racist system! Hey, hey! Go hard! These killer cops is
What's the first? Sorry.
Hey! These killer cops is... Hey, hey! Go hard! Hey, hey! These killer cops! Hey, hey! These killer cops! Hey, hey! These killer cops! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11! 9, 10, 11! 9, 10, 11! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11!
Buck 12!
9, 10, 11!
Buck 12!
9, 10, 11!
Buck 12!
Black lives, they matter here!
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 Somali 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 lives, they matter here!
Say his name! Say his name!
Alright.
Say his name!
Alright.
Say his name! Say his name! Say his name! Blue streets! Blue streets! Blue streets! Blue streets! Blue streets! Blue streets! Show me what community looks like! Tell me what community looks like! Tell me what unity looks like! Tell me what community looks like! As we are gathered here, I think we all know that there is no good cop in a racist system. So it's not a matter of good cops and bad cops. It does not matter what fruit a tree bears if the whole tree is wrong. And what we have to do is we have to reroot or deroot that damn tree. So there's no way we can see justice
And now it's back to snowing.
if the system was created to be just from the get-go.
That's
So when
Minnesota.
we say there is no good cop in the racist system, we mean there is no good cop. So when we say, hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Mama, hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. No good cops in the racist system. 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 Hey, 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 ho, these
racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey.
I'm front for many, many years who has been championing our fight against the system and the fight to get justice for us own lives. I'd like to introduce the key here on front. No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! No peace! Prosecute the police! No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! No peace! Prosecute the police! Justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! Justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! No justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! Justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! Justice! No peace! Prosecute the police! That the police and those in the government continue to tell about the violence and the corruption of the police department, particularly the Minneapolis Police Department, the St. Paul Police Department, and the REPECTFUL Police Department, and Brooklyn Park, and on and on and on. This entire system is crooked and corrupt and racist as hell. I know that I'm frustrated with how many times people get killed by police, and the police continue to use the media to roll out their
I don't know if you can hear the speaker. If not, I'll get closer to the speaker.
Particularly white Minnesotans, to believe their lies. How many times are we going to let them continue to lie to us and tell us? And that's why we're all out here demanding justice, demanding transparency, and demanding accountability within the system. It's really sad when you think about what happened to Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We all saw the video of a black man.
All right, I'll get closer to the speaker.
Excuse me. And the police officer
Go around.
standing next to him and shooting him in the back, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times.
7 times. Excuse me. That ain't right.
To protect the system of white supremacy and systemic racism and the continual battering and abuse of black bodies. We couldn't even get through the end of a hellish year, 2020, without the Minneapolis Police Department continuing to show their ugliness, their racism, their hatred. They're thinking they're cowboys, jumping out of cars, ambushing people, pulling out guns, putting the public in danger, and they're continuing to blame victims of police violence for harm that they initiate and harm that they cause. And it's absolutely ridiculous to have the police chief and the mayor rubber stamp the behavior of crooked cops within the Minneapolis Police Department. Somebody say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
DOLAL would still be alive if they actually follow protocols and procedures.
For some reason, MPD thinks that they can come and collect gangs in the street when they're the biggest gang in the city of Minneapolis. All of the crimes that they have covered up, that they have committed. The times when they're using so-called confidential informants, which we know that the use of confidential informants is one of the reasons that Mayan Burrell, a young 16-year-old black boy, was locked up for 18 years for a crime that he did not commit.
Yeah.
They want to bring out informants, but they don't want to notify the public of all the dirt that they're doing behind closed doors. Somebody say, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
And Mayor Jacob Fry, who is a lawyer just like me, ought to know better. He studied the Constitution just like I did. He studied the laws just like I did. And if he was not fit to be mayor over a diverse city, he should have sat his ass down a long time ago. He knew the problems with police brutality when he ran for mayor. He knew that he was under-equipped to rein in the police department. You have to have courage to take on a crooked and corrupt police force, to not believe their lies, to be willing to fire abusive cops and cops who commit excessive force, cops who lie, cops who steal, cops who cheat, cops who do the dirt that they do. You have to have courage. And evidence of that courage is the fact that Trump-loving, bootlicking, white supremacists, Bob Crow's raggedy ass is still on the Minneapolis police force. Somebody say he should have been gone.
He should have been gone. He should have been gone. Enough is enough.
You tell me that you can demote a black officer for calling the racist white cops the white boys. They are them damn white boys. The overwhelming majority are white boys who don't live in the city of Minneapolis. 92% coming from the suburbs and the exurbs, really white communities where they don't have money, black and proud and love and native faces. They come out here like an occupied force and make their lives hell. That's right. If we go to their communities, they want to run and cry and scream and act scared. They stop allowing these racists to come into our community and terrorizing us and using our tax dollars to do it. Somebody say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
So if a black cop can be demoted for calling them white boys, why can't Bob Crow be demoted for standing on stage with Donald Trump, promoting his racism, going in the media after killing cops killed and justifying it?
Appreciate you, Angie.
Black lives matter terrorists, but he's still on the force, which is absolutely absurd. And his wife, WCCO, but she has no business reporting on the news because we know that a white supremacist ideology is coming forward because of who she's married to. Period, point blank. Somebody say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
So how do we have the head of the police federation on stage with Donald Trump and that's the gun? And we just saw what Donald Trump did at the U.S. Capitol. He unleashed a wave of white terrorists to go in and try to overthrow the U.S. government. He invited them to the Capitol. And at the end of the day, we know what it was really about: anti-blackness and white supremacy. And these racist white men acting like they're afraid that their country is being taken over because people of color are growing in number. We're rising up. We refuse to sit down. We refuse to shut up. We refuse to back down. We refuse to go away. We're continuing to stand on solid ground for freedom, justice, and equality, and we will not be silent. Somebody say enough is enough. So I want to thank y'all personally for being out here in these streets. We in Minnesota, we don't care how cold it gets. The fight for justice keeps us warm, keeps us burning for justice, standing up and speaking the truth. That's what we have to continue to do. We have to send a message that we're not going nowhere. And I'm glad today that we don't see what we normally see, which is cops in riot gear, with their tear gas, with their high-powered weapons, trying to hold us back and keep us down. If you can let terrorists overrun the Capitol, then damn sure we ought to be
tear gas, and treated like animals. You know who the real animals are. The ones who cover up police abuse and corruption. And I'm not going to stand for it. Somebody said enough is enough.
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 Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Power to the people.
Black lives here. Black lives matter here.
Black lives matter here.
Black lives matter here.
Black lives matter here.
Next, I'd like to introduce somebody who has been working really hard for a long, long time to bring equality and justice to the state of Minnesota. I'd like to introduce Mel Reed. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand because you don't have to be out here. It's cold out here. Right? It's cold here. We can find some other things to do, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Right? And then you have people talking about, well, the protesters, they're just out here running around because, they got nothing else to that's fine. We're just regular folks. We'd much rather be doing something else, couldn't we? Than having to demand and trying to force our government to do the right thing, all right?
All right.
Okay. So now, today is an important day because now you can't pretend anymore. You can't hide no more, right? Because they're trying to tell you, you got a choice now. You got to either believe your lying eyes or believe what they're telling you, right? So they're trying to tell us that we didn't see what happened on Wednesday, right? You can't pretend anymore. You can't go back, you saw it. You saw we come out here to Kansas City, they come out here and talk to us real crazy, right? In the neighborhood, they call us, when we work tonight, they talk to you back. Every time you see them, they're disrespecting you, they're trying to humiliate you. They're trying to take away your manhood, your personhood. They weren't acting like that on Wednesday, were they? They weren't acting like that on Wednesday, were they? They were treating us with kindness, right? They actually helped them to come in to the U.S. Capitol.
Give them drinks and cookies.
Right? Right? Now they want to beat our brains out for walking across the street the wrong way.
Right?
Yeah, right? But you saw it. You can never forget what you saw. Don't go back and pretend you did not see what you saw. That's what they count on. They count on us having this protest. Brother DOLAL, Brother Jacob, right? George Gordon. You know what they count on? They count on you forgetting. Yeah, they count on you forgetting. You know what happened to people in 2020. It wasn't 2020. It was this daggone filthy, low-down, rotten system. That was our problem. That's what it was. It was 2020. 2020 had nothing to do with it. Because if it wasn't a low-down, filthy, rotten system, you would have made sure that your parents, your cousins, our friends, our neighbors had personal protection equipment when they went to work. They didn't have it. You know they didn't. Right? They would have made sure that this COVID thing would have been taken care of. And then don't just put that on Trump. Well, just Trump. Right? And don't get confused. 20 days from now, that guy named Joe Biden ain't gonna rescue you. Don't get tricked. Right? This is a case of you. Y'all say the Corleone versus the other people. Don't think anybody. Yeah, that's right. It's a case of things. Right? The Republicans are the Corleone and the Democrats will come out. Right? And see what it is. It's time to open your eyes. Because you saw what happened. You know if we'd have been that Capitol, a lot of us would have been dead. You know they would have jumped in the place. They really didn't have to feed in the place. Yeah, they took a dump in the destroyed. I mean, made a mess out of it. And now they're pretending like, oh, we're going to arrest some folks. Don't go for those people. Hey, those people, the reason they didn't arrest them, you still have to arrest them. That's a good cause of the bad guy. No, brother, just explain. You can't get fruit from a bad tree. We can kill that forever. They're all in this together. You notice the cops were helping them.
Yeah.
Cops are not on your side. They're a right-wing force. Right? And they're there to protect white supremacy. Yeah, they can say with me. White supremacy. And the people there, we act surprised by them. They've been told their whole lives that this is their government. Right? And the white folks out here are the people who just push back against the propaganda. So us, if you go to school in the U.S., you learn white supremacy. Am I wrong? You learn white supremacy. Everything is about white folks. They think they should be empowered. So of course they're going to respond and rebel. The government set this up. Now you have a job. I was talking about this all day. But one thing I noticed about those folks is they were committed. They were absolutely, did you see the interview? And I was ready to do what had to happen today. I was ready to die with it.
You gotta be just activated. If you want justice, you gotta commit yourself to it. You gotta put the Game Boy down. You gotta put the game down. Right? You gotta turn the TV on, turn off Netflix, and all the rest of it. Yes, you gotta lay down and you gotta pick up a book. And you gotta understand what this system is really about. Right? If you want justice, you gotta have to sacrifice for justice. No, nobody gets freedom for free. Y'all know that? Nobody gets freedom without some kind of commitment, some kind of stuff. This is part of it today. But we have to keep coming out. You gotta talk to your neighbors about what justice looks like. Because these people are getting ready to do us in, y'all. Think about it. Y'all, everybody looks at me funny when I call the dirty low down the rotten kind of system. What's here? They killed DOLAL and trying to call him a criminal. What's more criminal than this stuff? They killed this man who wasn't doing none of them. If he was doing something wrong, they should have taken him in, apprehended him like they do people in the suburbs, right? Yeah. They want to call him a criminal. What's more criminal than this system? They don't have the decency to convict the cop to shoot the man in the back 7 times. Right? What's more criminal than a system that allows Gary Chalmers to lean on a human being for 8 years until his life is gone? What's more criminal than that? Right? You guys have to talk about it clearly, though. You got to see these clearly. What's more criminal than people who drop bombs on folks in the Middle East putting that damn thing to them? Yes, it is. It's criminal. You lied to answer, but it's true. What's more criminal than discriminating against people because of their religion? You can't get more criminal than that. Right? Right? You can't get more criminal than discriminating against Muslims because they're Muslims. Right? Discriminating against gay folks because they're gay. Discriminating against black folks because they're black. Native folks because they're native. That's criminal. Why do you hate somebody you ain't never met? That's criminal. It's a criminal system that reinforces that kind of thing. If we want justice for DOLAL, we want justice for Jacob, I got bad news for you. You're going to have to commit to it. You're going to have to commit to it. Like, keep coming out and do whatever it takes. I think I heard brother say, whatever is necessary. Right? The other side is willing to. They think only Catholic or white supremacy. What you going to do for justice? That's the question today. I don't know what's happening again. The question today is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, thank y'all.
Next, I'd like to invite the families, for the part of the family that lost a loved one, please, or got a little stolen from you, please come to the front. I'd like to introduce the Sierra Gateway, who is family supporting families against police violence. I want to thank everybody that's out here today, that is standing in solidarity, and that's fighting with our families. We are so grateful beyond words for every last person that is out here today, standing up for the people that we lost. You guys don't know what it means for someone like me who's been in this fight for 11 years now, for someone like Miss Marilyn who's been in this fight for over 23 years, for Miss Matilda who's standing out here today. These are women that are older women, but they're fighting for their sons. We have a man here standing with us named Soren, who lost his eye for peacefully protesting. They shattered his jaw, and he has to live with this for the rest of his life. I thank you for the media that is out here telling the true story and not twisting the stories around for the police narrative, so that they can look like they're the good guys and that our families are the bad guys. After they murder our loved ones, they hurt our families. We have Samaya Aiden and Dee Isaac Aiden, brother and sister, that is out here with us today, standing in solidarity. They killed another one of their Somali brothers last week. We got a man that just got murdered yesterday out in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Because they say, and we don't even believe that, because we don't know the facts until we see it for ourselves. We cannot believe anything that they say until we see it for ourselves. So do not believe anything
video footage for yourself. But they say that he had a knife. But you need to tell me that they can take over the Capitol, the most protected building in the world. One of the most protected buildings in the world. White supremacists, white privileged men and women can walk into the most secured building in the world and take it over. But our people can walk down the freeway in peace and be barricaded, held hostage for over 5 hours. They're dressed like they were ready for war. The only people that was out there that was ready for war was the police, not our community. We were standing in solidarity. We had music on. We was loving on each other. These people were standing up for our families, standing up for human life. They were standing up for a man that is a racist and they wanted to continue to be in that spot of president. That's what they were standing up for. But they couldn't subdue a man with a knife yesterday. So we have a protest in Robbinsdale this upcoming Wednesday. It will be at the Marks gas station where the man got followed and was killed. It's on Facebook on the Family Support Families page, because every time they kill somebody, they gotta know, no matter where it's at, no matter who they do it to, we're gonna be out there. We're gonna be in solidarity. And like you people said, we are done being silent. I was silent for 11 years because I was afraid for my life. Because they threw the father to my child in the trash. And I was scared as a 23-year-old black girl with a baby. I was scared for my life. And I stayed quiet because that's what my family asked me to do. Because they were afraid of me. But I'm done being quiet. I'm done with it. People trying to kill somebody. They don't hear my voice. No touchdown! No peace! 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 All power to the people! No justice! No peace! Yes, my name is Mary Hill. I'm the mother of Demetrius Hill. Yes, it is crime out here that's going on. These police are like gang members, but then they want to look at us as victims. Yes, they're going around killing innocent children. They think that they're innocent, but they're killing us day by day. One by one, they're taking us out. What's up with this party immunity? You know, this is involving the KKK. They act like, you know, they're shooting because they didn't ask questions. There's something wrong with this. I see that as time goes on, it's not getting any better. There's time for a change. We don't know what we need to do, but we're standing in solitary with each other. But somehow, in some way, to somehow change. It's got to be a change. And I don't
Hopefully
know
this doesn't mess up the stream, but I'm gonna plug in this cord. The phone is at like 5%.
I feel sorry for what's going on today. But 23 years ago,
If it does mess up the stream, I'll put it back up.
actually silent myself when I try to look out for help. I try to ask for help. I try to get someone to open up my case. They silenced my lawyer. My private investigator was an ex-black police officer. He disappeared. I worked hard trying to get my son's case open, but I never got no result. You know, there wasn't no phone back there, no cell phone. I didn't have cameras. You know, I fought so hard that I went into depression. People who saw it wouldn't even talk. But you know, nowadays they're killing people. They shot my son in the back. son. This
Let me know.
shot in the back.
Is the audio still good? Let me know.
My son was shot in the back. But for what reason? In front of his children too. My dad saw my son get killed. My daughter watched my fellow brother's eyes. The spirit leaves his body. It's sad how they just killing innocent kids.
Thank you.
We gotta form some type of unity in order to come up with some type of solution. This has to stop. I know that war is headed towards our direction, but we gotta come up with some type of form to fight this battle because the KKKs think they got something on top of us. They're trying to kill one by one, taking our blood from us. But somehow we gotta come up with some solution.
Appreciate it. Thank you, really. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I just had a.
And I'm just hoping that somebody overturn. And I know prayers is the one thing that we know that God's gotta reach out. That's the only thing I can say right now is I leave it into the hands of the Lord, because without Him waking us up every day, and we have to pray for our own kids, because the world, the way it's going, they are playing games with our mind. They feel like if they can, every time we go come out here and protest, it seems like they're taking another soul from us. It's like it's a game, but it's serious. And when we take this moment in silence just to pray, let's just do that. Let's be silent for just a few minutes to let them know we don't got we ain't by ourselves. We have God. Let's let the Lord. Let's silence ourselves for just a moment of prayer. We ask that you protect all of us and cover us.
Stand by, BLR family.
Again, look at CCTV. Shane on Jacob Blake, with them not even.
Travis, when I say Thurman, you say Blevins. Thurman, 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 Thurman. When I say Tysell, you say Nelson. Tysell, 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 Tysell. When I say
Marcus Golden?
no, Kurt Franklin.
Franklin.
When I say Terrence, you say Franklin. Terrence. 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 All of these people have been victims of police terror by the Minneapolis Police Department. So we're going to take to the streets, and we're about to shut down commerce. I'd like to thank you all for coming out today. Let's give a big round of applause to Dalil Id's father.
Yeah.
He's right here. We got to hold him up. The Minneapolis Police Department murdered his son, and we're out here to demand justice for him, his family, and all the people who have lost their lives to police terror in America. Black lives matter.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Next, I'd like to introduce Lorena from TCC for J.
All right, thank y'all for letting me speak today. Over the last few days, I've been asked about how I felt about what was going on in Washington, D.C., and what I would tell my students, etc., etc. To be honest, I am frustrated. The day before that crap happened, we learned that the officers who attempted to murder Jacob Blake would not be charged. And after that, and this also happened after we kept getting fed lie after lie about the DOLAL case. And now there's been another shooting in Robbinsdale. And I am frustrated. We keep being told to be patient, to trust the process, that if we elect enough BIPOC folks or get the right amount of progressive women, we'll get justice. I'm sick of waiting. And what happened these last few days, I am fed up, I am tired, but I am more determined than ever that I am fighting with the right people. I am not going to stop being in the streets. I will continue to demand justice for those lives who were stolen from us unjustly. By any means necessary. I'll be out here by any means necessary. We will get that justice. I have never been polite to these politicians, and I hope they know that they can no longer tell me to just be patient and trust the process. I stopped trusting it a long time ago. It's time for action. It's time for justice. They need to stop playing with our lives. Like it was said before, I'm with TCC for J. We're what we have been for the last few years demanding is these cops be held accountable. They be held accountable for what they've done to Thurman Blevins, what they've done to Travis Jordan, what they've done to George Floyd, what they've done to Jamar Clark, what they've done to DOLAL. That they be held accountable for murder, because that's what they did. They murdered these people. They took these people from us. And so we've been demanding community control of the police. I know some people want further, but we know that will hold these cops accountable for what they have done to this community. That people like you and me can finally tell them to get the fuck off our street. Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! So like I said before, I'm not going to stop. Yeah, it's cold out today. Yeah, it's going to be snowing and yeah, all that shit. But you know what? You know what? They obviously aren't stopping killing us because it's cold. They're not stopping. They don't stop and kill us when it's hot. So we're going to continue to be in the streets and demand justice. And I know I'm with the right people. I know that. Fuck those white supremacists in Washington, D.C. They can kiss my ass. Because you know what they want? They want the system to stay the same. And we're out here fighting to change that system, to get rid of this system. Because it's working for them. It's not working for us. And I'm sick of it. And I'm tired of it. So let's continue to fight. Let's fight for DOLAL. Let's fight for Jacob Blake. Let's fight for George Floyd. Let's fight for all these stolen lives. Thank you.
No justice. No justice. No justice. Let's ready to start marching. Y'all ready? All right, so we're going to start heading that way, but let's just wait. The marshals are going to clear everybody to the side so we can get the sound truck to face that way. So everybody, if you can move a little bit to the left, and please remember to stay behind the truck. We cannot keep you safe if you move ahead of the truck, so please stay behind the truck. I'll have everybody move over to the left, please.
If you need a hand warmer, it's in the black truck. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the. No justice, no. Prosecute the. No justice, no. Prosecute the. No justice, no. Prosecute. No justice, no prosecutor. No justice, no prosecutor. No justice, no prosecutor. Don't man know. 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 If the law don't get it, 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 if Jacob don't get it, if Jacob Blake 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 don't get it, what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Hold up, hold up. We want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, freedom. Hold up, hold up. We want all these freedom. Hold up, hold up. We want all these freedom. Hold up, hold up. We want all these. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These. 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 DOLAL E, say his name. 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 When I say Donnie Mano, you say police. Donnie Mano. 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 Whose streets? 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 When black lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Somali lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Muslim lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Native lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Native lives, they matter here. Native lives, they matter here. Black 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 lives, they matter here. I want to point out we're passing by the Star Tribune, and every single time they had the chance to say terrorist or terrorism on Wednesday, they never used that word. For all those white supremacists that sacked the Capitol, they never used the word terrorist or terrorism. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. They want to call us terrorists and whatnot, but they call them all protesters and they never use the word riot. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. Say that ain't right. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Muslim lives, they matter here. Muslim lives, they matter here. Native lives, they matter here. Native lives, they matter here. Jacob Blake, say his name. 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 Who got my back? Who got my back? We got your back. We got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back. I got your back. Watch my back, I'm under attack. Who's got my back? Who's got my back? I got your back. I got your back. Who's got my back? We got your back. I got your back. Watch my back, I'm under attack. Who's got my back? Who's got my back? I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. If the law don't get it, 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 no justice, no prosecutor, 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 indict, convict, send those killing cops to jail. The whole damn system is indict, convict, send those. The whole damn is indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn is indict, convict, send those. The whole. I can't hear you. What do we want? 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 Tomorrow? The next day? Next month? Next year? When? What do you want? What do you want? Tomorrow? Friday? Sunday? February? March? June? What do you want? 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 If we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice, if we don't get no justice,
and we don't get no justice, and we don't get no justice, and we don't get no justice, and we don't get no justice. Say snub, say snub, say snub, say snub. No justice, no justice, no justice. Say snub, say snub, say snub. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? We just continue to fight. So say snub, say snub, say snub. No peace, no justice, no justice, no justice. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Okay, we'll continue. Say snub, say snub, say snub, say snub, say snub. No justice, no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Say snub, say snub, say snub, say snub, say snub. Pursue the police. Say snub, say snub. Okay, what do you want? What do you want? Say snub. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots, boots on the ground. We're here. Boots, boots. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots. Boots, boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. No justice. 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 Prosecute the police. No justice. 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 No streets. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. If the lab don't get it, 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 no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice. Black lives, 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 black lives. Somali life, Somali lives, Somali lives, Somali lives, black lives, black lives, black lives, black lives, Native lives, Native lives, Native lives, Native lives, Native lives, Native lives, black lives, black lives, black lives, black lives. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Jacob Blake, say his name. 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 When I say Donnie Mano, you say police. Donnie Mano. 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 Takbir. Takbir! 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 If we don't get no justice, 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 indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is indict, convict, send those. The whole damn is indict, convict, send those. The whole damn is indict, convict, send those. DOLAL, say his name. 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 Jacob Blake, say his name. 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 If Jacob don't get it, if Jacob don't get it, if Jacob don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if DOLAL don't get it, if DOLAL don't get it, DOLAL don't get it, if Isaac Gayden don't get it, if Isaac Gayden don't get it, if Isaac Gayden don't get it, if Paul Castro don't get it, if Paul Castro don't get it, if Paul Castro don't get it, if Billy Hughes don't get it, if Billy Hughes don't get it, if Billy Hughes don't get it, if Thurman Blevins don't get it, if Thurman Blevins don't get it, if Thurman Blevins don't get it, if Terrence Franklin don't get it, if Terrence Franklin don't get it.
Shout out to King Demetrius Pendleton. He's out there deep in the streets.
Hold up. We want freedom.
All of the protests going on in Minneapolis. Be sure to go over and subscribe to his channel as well.
Hold up. We want all this freedom. Hold up. We want all these freedom. Again, hold up. We want all these freedom. Boots on the ground. We're here to shut this shit down. Boots on the ground. We're here to, again, boots on the, we're here. Again, boots on the, we're here. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When Black lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Native lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Somali lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? When Muslim lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? If we don't get no justice, 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 no good cops in a racist system. 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 Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Black lives, they matter, yeah. Black lives, they matter, yeah. Black lives, they matter, yeah. No good cops in the racist system. No good cops in the racist system. No good cops in the racist system. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Black lives, they matter, yeah. Black lives, they matter, yeah. Muslim lives, they matter, yeah. Muslim lives, they matter, yeah. Native lives, they matter, yeah. Native lives, they matter, yeah. Justice for DOLAL. ACAB. 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 No cops, no KKK, no racist USA. 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 Black lives, black lives, black lives, black lives. When I say Jacob, you say Blake. Jacob, 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 Jacob. When I say DOLAL, you say E. DOLAL, 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 DOLAL. When I say George, you say Floyd. George, 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 George. When I say Thurman, you say Blevins. Thurman, 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 Thurman. All right, let's hear you, loud and clear. So what do you want? 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 All right. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police, right? No justice, no peace, you say. No justice, no peace, you say. All right. No justice, no peace, you say. 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 No justice, no peace, you say.
Let me hear y'all. That is you why we down here. We want the police down here like y'all want to prosecute. I want him to go to jail, don't y'all? All right then. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace, you say. 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 Indict, convict, send them killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Let's hear you. Convict. The whole damn system. Indict. Send them killer cops to jail.
Count up the likes,
It's guilty
DOLAL.
as hell. Indict.
If you haven't subscribed to Black Label Reviews, go ahead and do so at this time.
Indict.
Be sure to set the post notification bell. When we do upload,
Indict.
you will receive an immediate
Because the whole damn system. Indict.
Thank you for your love and support, DOLAL.
Because the whole damn system. Indict. Because the whole damn system. Indict. Indict. So let me ask you, whose streets? Now don't just whisper. Whose streets? 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 Whose streets?
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. DOLAL eat, say his name. Who did they murder? Who did they murder? Who did they kill? Who did they devalue? Who did they murder? Say his name. Say it louder. Say it louder. So they hear it. Say it prouder. Say it louder. Say it louder. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Who did they kill? Who did they shoot? Who did they murder? Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. If we don't get no justice, 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 Takbir! 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 When I said don't man no, you said police. Don't man no. 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
Count up the likes, BLR family.
When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Who's got my back? Who's got my back? I got your back. I got your back. Who's got my back? Who's got my back? I got your back. We got your back. Who's got my back? Who's got my back? I got your back. I got your back. Tell me what community looks like.
If you haven't
Tell me what
subscribed to Black
unity
Label
looks like.
Reviews, go ahead and do so at this
Tell
time.
me what democracy looks like.
Be sure to set the post notifications.
Tell me what community looks
When we
like.
do upload, once again,
Tell me
BLR
what
family,
community
you will
looks like.
receive an immediate notification.
Tell me what unity
Smash up
looks
that
like.
like button.
Tell me what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. Indict, convict, send those killing cops to jail. Indict, convict, send those. The whole is indict.
Welcome back,
convict,
Cross
send
Media,
those.
to the live. Welcome in, back,
The
Cross.
whole damn. Louder, indict, convict. The whole.
Yes, it is, back, Cross. We're reviewing what
No
went down
justice, no
yesterday
peace.
in Minneapolis.
Prosecute the. No justice, no. Prosecute the. No justice, no peace, you said. No justice, no peace, you said. No justice, no peace, you said. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the. No justice, no peace. No justice, no. Prosecute the. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the. No justice, no. Prosecute the. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here, we're here. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here, we're here. Boots, boots, boots on the ground. We're here, we're here. No good cops in a racist system. 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 Hey, hey, ho, ho. These killer cops has got to go. Hey, hey. These killer cops is. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey. These killer cops. Hey, hey. These killer cops. Hey, hey. These killer cops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. Black lives, they matter here. 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 Somali lives, they matter here. Somali lives, they matter here. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
DOLAL
Say his name.
was a
Say his name.
23-year-old
Say his
male
name.
in
Who
Minneapolis
streets?
who was sitting
Who
in his
streets?
vehicle at a
Who
convenience
streets?
store gas
Who
station.
streets? Who
He
streets?
was murdered by
Who
the police.
streets?
There's
Show
an
me what
outcry
community
for
looks like.
justice for this young
Tell me what
Somalian
community
man
it looks like. Tell me what
and so
unity
many
looks like.
others like George Floyd,
Tell me what community
Breonna
looks like.
Taylor, so many others that have been killed by the police. Black
we
Lives
are gathered
Matter
here.
has convened at the
I think we all
Government
know
Center
that
for Justice in Minneapolis.
There is no good cop in a racist
Be
system.
sure to pound up
So
the
it's
likes
not a
to
matter
Black Labor
of
Reviews family.
Good cops
Enjoy
and bad cops.
the comment section,
It
and
does not
also
matter
feel free to leave a
what
comment
fruit a
after
tree bears
the
if the whole
stream.
tree is rotten. And what we have to do is we have to reroot or deroot that damn tree. So there's no way we can see justice if the system was created for it to be unjust from the get-go. So when we say there is no good cop in a racist system, we mean there is no good cop.
Muhammad, direct people's attention to the first precinct. That's where we at. We should turn that way.
Listen.
Face the first precinct.
Yeah.
Can we move the truck around a little bit?
No, they just stop. They just face the first precinct.
Have everybody face the first precinct.
Loud dog, loud dog, loud dog.
So when we say, hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Louder, hey, hey.
And they
ho,
are
ho.
at the police department, BLR family,
Hey, hey,
to confront the police injustices. And there has been several murders in Minneapolis by the police department. Unanswered murders.
No good cop in a racist system.
No good cop in a racist system.
No good cop in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cop in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cop in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cop in a racist system.
Ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey.
Ho ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey hey.
For many, many years, who has been championing our fight for this system and the fight to get justice for all stolen lives. I'd like to introduce the king of the Heroes song.
No justice, no peace.
Sister.
Prosecute the police. No
Sister.
justice, no peace. Face the
Sister.
first precinct, y'all. Come on. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace. I can't hear y'all. No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police. No justice, no peace.
Prosecute the police.
No justice, no peace.
Prosecute the police.
No justice, no peace.
Prosecute the police.
No justice, no peace.
Prosecute the police.
No justice, no peace.
Prosecute the police.
All right, how many of y'all are tired of the lies that the police and those in the government continue to tell about the violence and the corruption of the police department, particularly the Minneapolis Police Department, and the St. Paul Police Department, and the Richville Police Department, and Edina and Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park, and on and on and on. We know that this entire system is crooked and corrupt and racist as hell. I know that I'm frustrated with how many times people get killed by police, and the police continue to use the media to roll out their dirty lies. And they try to get the public, particularly white Minnesotans, to believe their lies. How many times are we going to let them continue to lie to us and settle for it? Enough is enough. And that's why we all out here demanding justice, demanding transparency, excuse me, and demanding accountability within the system. It's really sad when you think about what happened to Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We all saw the video of a black man walking to his car with his kids, and the police officer standing next to him and shooting him in the back, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times, but 7 goddamn times. They shot a black man in the back in front of his children. They paralyzed that black man. He will never be able to walk again. And what did the crooked and corrupt prosecutor do? Claim that there's not enough evidence to charge the crooked cop who shot Jacob Blake. Somebody say that ain't right. That ain't right. We're sick and tired of what they continue to do to us time and time again to protect the system of white supremacy and systemic racism and the continual battering and abuse of black bodies. We couldn't even get through the end of a hellish year, 2020, without the Minneapolis Police Department continuing to show their ugliness, their racism, their hatred. They're thinking they're cowboys, jumping out of cars, ambushing people, pulling out guns, putting the public in danger, and then continuing to blame victims of police violence for harm that they initiate and harm that they cause. And it's absolutely ridiculous to have the police chief and the mayor rubber stamp the behavior of crooked cops within the Minneapolis Police Department. Somebody say enough is enough. DOLAL would still be alive if they actually followed protocols and procedures. For some reason, MPD thinks that they can come and collect gangs in the street when they're the biggest gang in the city of Minneapolis. All of the crimes that they have covered up, that they have committed. The times when they're using so-called confidential informants, which we know that the use of confidential informants is one of the reasons that Mayan Burrell, a young 16-year-old black boy, was locked up for 18 years for a crime that he did not commit. Yes, sir. They want to bring out informants, but they don't want to notify the public of all the dirt that they're doing behind closed doors. Somebody say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And Mayor Jacob Fry, who is a lawyer just like me, ought to know better. He studied the Constitution just like I did. He studied the laws just like I did. And if he was not fit to be mayor over a diverse city, he should have sat his ass down a long time ago. He knew the problems with police brutality when he ran for mayor. He knew that he was under-equipped to rein in the police department. You have to have courage to take on a crooked and corrupt police force, to not believe their lies, to be willing to fire abusive cops, cops who commit excessive force, cops who lie, cops who steal, cops who cheat, cops who do the dirt that they do. You have to have courage. Wow. And evidence of that courage is the fact that Trump-loving, boot-licking, white supremacists, Bob Crow's raggedy ass is still on the Minneapolis police force. Somebody say he should have been gone. He should have been gone. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You're telling me that you can demote a black officer for calling the racist white cops the white boys. They are no damn white boys. The overwhelming majority are white boys who don't live in the city of Minneapolis. 92% coming from the suburbs and the exurbs, lily white communities where they don't have to see black and brown and blonde and native faces and coming in here like an occupying force trying to make their lives hell. And then we go to their communities, they want to run and cry and scream and act scared. Then stop allowing these racists to come into our community and terrorizing us and using our tax dollars to do it. Somebody say enough is enough. Enough is enough. So if a black cop can be demoted for calling them white boys, why can't Bob Crow be demoted for standing on stage with Donald Trump, promoting his racism, going in the media after killing cops killed and justifying it, calling Black Lives Matter terrorists, but he's still on the force? which is absolutely absurd. And his wife still works for WCCO. But she has no business reporting on the news because we know that a white supremacist ideology is coming forward because of who she's married to. Period, point blank. Somebody say enough is enough. So how do we have the head of the Police Federation on stage with Donald Trump, and that's condoned? And we just saw what Donald Trump did at the U.S. Capitol. He unleashed a wave of white terrorists to go in and try to overthrow the U.S. government. He invited them to the Capitol. And at the end of the day, we know what it was really about: anti-blackness and white supremacy. And these racist white men acting like they're afraid that their country is being taken over because people of color are growing in number. We're rising up. We refuse to sit down. We refuse to shut up. We refuse to back down. We refuse to go away. We're continuing to stand on solid ground for freedom, justice, and equality, and we will not be silent. Somebody say enough is enough. So I want to thank y'all personally for being out here in these streets. We in Minnesota, we don't care how cold it gets. The fire for justice keeps us warm, keeps us burning for justice, standing up and speaking the truth. That's what we have to continue to do. We have to send a message that we're not going nowhere. And I'm glad today that we don't see what we normally see, which is cops in riot gear, with their tear gas, with their high-powered weapons, trying to hold us back and keep us down. If you can let terrorists overrun the Capitol, then damn sure we ought to be able to stand outside the first police precinct without being harassed and abused and maimed and tear gassed and treated like animals. We know who the real animals are. The ones who cover up police abuse and corruption, and we're not going to stand for it. Somebody say enough is enough. 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 Black Lives Matter. God bless y'all. Let's talk about equality of unity. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Next, I'd like to introduce somebody who has been working really hard for a long, long time to bring equality and justice to the state of Minnesota. I'd like to introduce Mel Reeves.
All right, come on, Mel.
The people said, give yourselves a hand. In fact, give the people a hand. She don't have to be out here. It's like, y'all, give yourselves a hand because you don't have to be out here. It's cold out here, right? It's cold, ain't it? So we can find some other things to do, couldn't we? Right? And then you'll have people talking about, well, the protesters, they're just out here running around because, they got nothing else stuff. That's a lie. We're just regular folks. We'd much rather be doing something else, wouldn't we? Than having to demand and try to force our government to do the right thing. Am I right? Okay. So now, today is an important day because now you can't pretend anymore.
Listen.
You can't hide no more.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're trying to tell you got a choice now. You got to either believe your lying eyes or believe what they're telling you.
Again,
right?
King
so they're trying to tell us that we didn't see what happened on Wednesday.
Yeah, America
great video.
Can't go back. You saw it.
He's
You
deeply
saw we come out here
streets
to
BLR family.
They come out here
Go over and
talk
show
to
him
us
some
real
love
crazy,
and support
right?
and
In the
subscribe to
neighborhood, if
this
you call
channel.
them, report a crime, they talk to you bad. Every time you see them, they're disrespecting you. They're trying to humiliate you. And for men, they're trying to take away your manhood, your personhood. They weren't acting like that on Wednesday, were they?
No.
They weren't acting like that on Wednesday, were they?
No.
They were greeting us people kindly.
Yeah.
Right? They actually helped them to come in to the U.S. Capitol.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Now they want to beat our brains out for walking across the street the wrong way. Yeah, right? But you saw it. You can never forget what you saw. Don't go back and pretend you did not see
Tosh
what you saw.
Time again, guys. Go
That's
over
what they
and show
count on.
Tosh
They
Time
count
some
on
love and
us having this
support.
protest.
The Tosh Time Homeless
Brother Jacob Blake,
Foundation.
George
She's out there feeding the homeless folks.
They count on you forgetting.
So please, go
Yes,
over
they count on you
and give her a
forgetting.
donation.
You know what happened. We keep
Show
about
her some
2020.
support. All
It wasn't 2020. It was this daggone filthy, low-down, rotten system that was our problem. That's what it was. It wasn't 2020.
2020 ain't had nothing to do with it. Because if it wasn't a low-down, filthy, rotten system, it would have made sure that your parents, your cousins, our friends, our neighbors had personal protection equipment when they went to work. They didn't have it. You know they didn't. Right? They'd have made sure that this COVID thing would have been taken care of. And then don't just put that on Trump. Wasn't just Trump. Right? And don't get confused. 20 days from now, that guy named Joe Biden ain't going to rescue you. Don't get tricked. Right? This is a gangster move, y'all. It's like the Corleone versus the other game. I can't think of anybody. Yeah, it's a gangster thing, right? The Republicans are the Corleones and the Democrats are the Colettas, right? Got to see it for what it is. It's time to open your eyes because you saw what happened. You know if we'd have been in that Capitol, a lot of us would have been dead. You know they wouldn't have dealt with us like they went in the Capitol and peed in the place. Listen, dumped in the destroyed. I mean, made a mess out of it. Listen. And now they're pretending like, oh, we're gonna arrest some folks. Don't go for the okie dokes. Those people, the reason they didn't arrest them, and y'all know how you still have to run around to there's some good cops and bad cops. No, brother, just explain. You can't get good fruit from a bad tree. We can kill that forever. They're all in this together. You notice the cops were helping them. Pay attention. The cops are not on your side. They're a right-wing force, right? And they're there to protect white supremacy. Say it again. Say it with me. White supremacy. White supremacy. And the people there, we act surprised by them. They've been told their whole lives that this is their government, right? And the white folks out here are the people who just push back against the propaganda. So us, if you go to school in the U.S., you learn white supremacy. Am I wrong? No. You learn white supremacy. Everything is about white folks. They think they should be in power. So of course they're going to respond and rebel. The government set this up. Now you have a job. I'm talking about this all day. The one thing I noticed about those folks is they were committed. They were absolutely. Did you see the interview? Man, I was ready to do what had to happen today. I was ready to die with them. You got to be just that committed. If you want justice, you got to commit yourself to it. That's right. You got to put the Game Boy down. You're going to have to put the games down. Right? You're going to have to turn the TV off, turn off Netflix, and all the rest of them. Yes, you're going to have to lay down. You got to pick up a book. Listen. You got to understand what this system is really about. Yeah. Right? If you want justice, you're going to have to sacrifice for justice. Don't nobody get freedom for free. Y'all know that? Yeah. Nobody gets freedom without some kind of commitment, some kind of stuff. This is part of it today. But we have to keep coming out. You got to talk to your neighbors about what justice looks like. Because these people are getting ready to do us in, y'all. Think about it. Y'all, everybody looks to me funny when I call this a dirty, low-down, rotten kind of system. Of course it is. They killed DOLAL and tried to call him a criminal. What's more criminal than this system? They killed this man who wasn't doing none of them. They pulled him. If he was doing something wrong, they should have taken him in, apprehended him like they do people in the suburbs, right? That's all. But they want to call him a criminal. What's more criminal than this system that doesn't have the decency to convict the cop to shoot the man in the back 7 times? Right? Yeah. What's more criminal than a system that allows Derek Chauvin to lean on a human being for 8 minutes until his life is gone? What's more criminal than that? Right? You got to talk about it clearly, yo. You got to see things clearly. What's more criminal than people who drop bombs on folks in the Middle East who ain't done a damn thing to them? Yes, it is. It's criminal. Because it's true. What's more criminal than discriminating against people because of their religion? You can't get more criminal than that. I mean, right? Right? You can't be getting more criminal than discriminating against Muslims because they're Muslim. Right? Discriminating against gay folks because they're gay. Discriminating against black folks because they're black. Native folks because they're native. That's criminal. Yeah. Why you hate somebody you ain't never met? That's a criminal. It's a criminal system that reinforces that kind of thing. If we want justice for DOLAL, we want justice for Jacob, I got bad news for you. You're going to have to commit to it. You're going to have to commit to it. You got to keep coming out and do whatever it takes. I think I heard the brother say, whatever is necessary. Right? The other side is willing to. They took over the Capitol for white supremacy. What you going to do for justice? Yeah. That's the question today. Not what's happening, what they did. The question today is, what are you going to do? Listen. What are you going to do? All right, thank y'all.
No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system. Next, I'd like to invite the families. If you're a part of the family that lost a loved one, please, or got your loved one stolen from you, please come to the front. And I'd like to introduce the Shira Gateway, who is with families supporting families against police violence.
I want to thank everybody that's out here today, that is standing in solidarity, and that's fighting with our families. We are so grateful beyond words for every last person that is out here today, standing up for the people that we lost. You guys don't know what it means for someone like me who's been in this fight for 11 years now, for someone like Miss Marilyn who's been in this fight for over 23 years, for Miss Matilda who's standing out here today. These are women that are older women, but they're fighting for their sons. We have a man here standing with us named Soren, who lost his eye for peacefully protesting.
Listen!
They shattered his jaw, and he has to live with this for the rest of his life. I thank you for the media that is out here telling the true stories and not twisting the stories around for the police narrative so that they can look like they're the good guys and that our families are the bad guys. After they murder our loved ones, they taunt our families. We have Samaya Aiden and Dee Isaac Aiden, brother and sister, that is out here with us today, standing in solidarity. They killed another one of their Somali brothers last week. We got a man that just got murdered yesterday out in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. Because they say, and we don't even believe that because we don't know the facts until we see it for ourselves. We cannot believe anything that they say until we see it for ourselves. So do not believe anything that you hear unless you have seen video footage for yourself. But they say that he had a knife. But you mean to tell me that they can take over the Capitol, the most protected building in the world, one of the most protected buildings in the world, white supremacists, white privileged men and women can walk into the most secured building in the world and take it over, but our people can walk down a freeway in peace and be barricaded, held hostage for over 5 hours. They're dressed like they were ready for war. The only people that was out there that was ready for war was the police, not our community. We were standing in solidarity. We had music on. We was loving on each other. These people were standing up for our families, standing up for human life. They were standing up for a man that is a racist that they wanted to continue to be in that spot of president. That's what they were standing up for. But they couldn't subdue a man with a knife yesterday. So we have a protest in Robbinsdale this upcoming Wednesday. It will be at the Munch gas station where the man got followed and was killed. It's on Facebook on the Family Support Families page, because every time they kill somebody, they gotta know, no matter where it's at, no matter who they do it to, we're gonna be out there. We're gonna stand in solidarity. Like Makima said, we are done being silenced. I was silenced for 11 years because I was afraid for my life, because they threw the father to my child in the trash. And I was scared as a 23-year-old black girl with a baby. I was scared for my life. And I stayed quiet because that's what my family asked me to do, because they were afraid for me. Well, I'm done being quiet. I'm done being silent. I'm done with them killing our black and indigenous people in the streets. I'm done with it. So every single time they kill somebody, they're going to hear my voice. They're going to hear the voice of these families and everybody that's hurting. No justice! No peace! 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 No justice! No peace!
of Demetrius Hill. Yes, it is a crime out here that's going on. These police are like gang members, but then they want to look at us as victims. Yes, they're going around killing innocent children. They think that they're innocent, but they're killing us day by day. One by one, they're taking us out. What's up with this quality immunity? You know, this is involving the KKK.
Listen.
They act like, you know, they'll shoot before and then ask questions. There's something wrong with this. I see that as time goes on, it's not getting any better. There's time for a change. We don't know what we need to do, but we standing in solitary with each other. But for somehow, in some way, to somehow change, it's got to be a change. And I don't know how, but I know we have to pray about it. And I know God's going to step in. I feel sorry for what's going on today. But 23 years ago, these officers actually silenced myself. When I tried to look out for help, I tried to ask for help. I tried to get someone to open up my case. They silenced my lawyer. My private investigator was an ex-black police officer. He disappeared. I worked hard trying to get my son's case open, but I never got no results. You know, there wasn't no telephones back there, no cell phones. I didn't have cameras.
Listen.
You know, I fought so hard that I went in depression. People who saw it wouldn't even talk. But you know, nowadays they're killing people. They shot my son in the back. I'm out here because I know justice needs to be served.
Yeah.
This boy got shot in the back, what, 9 or 6 times? My son was shot in the back. But for what reason? In front of his children too? My daddy saw my son get killed. My daughter watched her own brother's eyes, the spirit leave his body. It's sad how they just killing innocent kids. We got to form some type of unity in order to come up with some type of solution. This has to stop. I know that war is headed towards our direction, but we got to come up with some type of form to fight this battle because the KKKs think they got something on top of us. They're trying to kill one by one, taking our blood from us. Well, somehow we got to come up with some solution because this here got to stop. And I'm just hoping that somebody overturn, and I know prayers is the one thing that we know that God's got to reach out. That's the only thing I can say right now is I leave it into the hands of the Lord because without Him waking us up every day, and we have to pray for our own kids because the world, the way it's going, they are playing games with our minds. They feel like they're thinking every time we go come out here and protest, it seems like they're taking another soul from us. It's like it's a game, but it's not. It's getting serious. And when we take this moment in silence just to pray, let's just do that. Let's be silent for just a few minutes to let them know we don't got we ain't by ourselves. We have God. Let's let the Lord, let's silence ourselves for just a moment of prayer. Dear God, we thank you for bringing us all here today, Lord. For whatever you choose to call that higher power, we thank you for coming together in solidarity. We ask that you protect all of us and cover us. Cover us with the blood. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Cover us all. Help us continue to stay strong. Help us continue to draw closer together. Help us as your people, dear God. Your people, you created every last one of us, Lord, for a reason and a purpose. Help us to carry out that purpose. Help to build us up. Don't let the enemy shut us down and quiet us and silence us, but raise our voices up, dear God. Raise our voices up. We understand and we know that nothing will move without you. And we know that you are the most powerful source there is. So move, dear God. Move, dear God, on our behalf today. And let justice be served for every man, for every woman that they have slain in these streets, for every person that has shed blood on these streets. Father God, we ask right now in the name of Jesus that you give us the justice and the truth that we all deserve. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name, or whatever name that you call, we accept it, we love it all. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
This guy right here, I want to say one more thing. This guy here is a head of records. Chatira, he's in her records. He's in my records. Back then, he was just a new officer, just got hired. No more than 6 months on the record in the force. My son was shot, and he was involved in recording the records. I need him, we need him off the force, because all these killings, he can alternate records, he can alternate films, you know, and ever since he's been up there and moved head of the records in the St. Paul Police Office, every day somebody's getting killed, and the records, the videotapes are being disappeared, the records are being deleted. We gotta somehow vote or come up with some kind of petition to get him off the force. Look at him. He needs to come down and be investigated. I just let you see his picture and see his name. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All of you, just wanted to let you know that we have the DOLAL Eats family, and they want to speak. And I know it's extremely difficult for any family to be out here, especially family who lost their loved one just nearly a week and a half ago. So with that, I want to invite some of the family members to speak, the father, Vele, and the uncle, Jamal, and I know some of the family members are here, including siblings.
Thank you for all of you who was supporting us and stand on our back. I am a father of DOLAL Eat, and they was killed last till 1 week and a half ago. My son, and he was innocent, and there was a lion, the police brutality they was saying he was our felony. Those who killed my son, our 3 counts, there was 28 a felony, and the 17th a felony. Who was the criminal? The police is a criminal. Who was killed my son? Every day our youth, as long as we are of that, or anyone who is really like justice, we have to support us. We have to stick together and fight for our rights. We have so many questions, and we have so many painful, and I'm really sorry with those who family who was again killed the youth. As a family, we have so many painful. We have so many painful. But there was a terrorist us. They was a terrorist us. After midnight, we was sleeping our home, and they was attacked us. God is great. They needed to kill us, but still we have so many painful. And I would like to say, everyone, please stand aside for the justice. We need a justice. We need a justice. I know my son is not coming back again, but still, I need to get it. Okay, justice. And we have so many questions. And the police who was to kill my son, they are there and they will do their work. Is that a fair? No. It's not every day when they kill a black guy. Is that fair? No. Are we gonna accept? No. Are we gonna accept? No. What we gonna do is we have to fight for justice until we get justice. Every day when they were killed, he was a sweet son. You see?
With no justice, there's no liberty.
And when I was a child, we know what he saw.
There's nobody who will live.
Because when I was to kill my son, because of his color. Because his color. Because his color. There's no other what he said when they was to kill my son. It was only his color. Why he was black? Because Allah.
Welcome in, Ryan.
And I'm
Ryan.
black. Since my life today. And we will never, I will never give up until we get justice. I will never give up until we get justice. And we cannot accept anymore a black guys, they will kill on this street. Yesterday they killed one. We know that they killed one. When the white guys can never something wrong, or anyone thinks there was never some excuse what they was saying is a man can say. So thank you very much. I would like to talk a little bit of Somali and tell everyone of Somalia, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa'awi wa alayya Somali.
They're Somalian guys.
maalin walba haddayna isku duubnaan oo aynan noqonin mid oo codkaynayna banaanka usoo bixin oo cadaaladda aynan u istaagin maalin walbaba wiil Soomaaliyeed ayaabaa lagu dilaya kalarkiisa iyo diinta uu haysto baa lagu dilaya waa inaan socon waa inaynu isku duubnaanaa oo aan noqonaa hal cod oo hal far aan noqonaa innaga oo iskaashanayna diidaynana xaqdarrada laynagu hayo iyo daacaddarrada laynagu hayo waa inaynu ka dagaalanaa codkeena aan banaanka usoo bixinaa si aysan beri u dhicin wiil Soomaaliyeed ama gabar Soomaaliyeed ama aabbo Soomaaliyeed in khalad lagu dilo oo aan aamusno waxaa weeye boogalaan abmidaas maya boogalanayno waxaanu rabnaa cadaalad waxaan doonaynaa booliiska dilay wiilkayga ama wiilasheenaba dilay in cadaaladda la keeno. They have to bring them to justice. Those are murderers who killed my son. They have to bring them in justice. We need a justice. We don't need a peace. We need a justice. Thank you very much, and I will appreciate
Just for DOLAL. They should not be doing this. They should be stopping doing this. Okay, bro.
Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem! Say Stem!
Are we tired or what? We will never get tired. On behalf of the family of DOLAL Eid, I would like to say thank you very much for coming out here today and every day, and we will never, ever stop coming out until the killer cops are out of the system. The killer cops are hiding behind you, right there.
Right there, yes.
Right there.
Right there.
What is it that we need to do to tell them that our lives, black lives, do matter? Do we have to have a court order to prove that? No. Our lives matter. Our lives matter. We need to get justice before anything else. We don't need to do anything else.
They will pay the price.
You have seen what happened in Washington, D.C., the world capital city, the safest city in the world. You let gang members, white gang members, armed, taking over
the U.S. Capitol. Did they get shot? No. Did they get arrested? No. They were welcome. The news is now telling us that they were peaceful protesters.
No.
You're telling me that? How many people died? 5. How many people died? 5. A black man cannot even cross the street without being shot.
Yes.
We cannot protest without being called thugs, without being called terrorists, without being labeled. What do we need to do? Enough is enough. You have heard this before. Every family, we don't even know how many people get killed. We cannot even name them anymore. The names are becoming too much. Whether you call DOLAL, whether you call John, Jacob, everything you call, we are all going to die until this system, this racist system is stopped. This racist system has to get stopped. It's not only about the police. It's not about the police. The police are sitting there. There's something someone call a mayor. There's called a governor. There's government. What do they need to do? Do we have to say anything? We need our lives. We need our kids back on the street. We need to have life. Black lives matter. Yes. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Thank you very much for coming out on this cold day. And please do not ever give up until we get justice.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
I think we have to realize that families have to come out and re-traumatize themselves over and over and over and over again, just so that we can get justice. And that this can happen to our doorsteps at any given moment. So it's really important for us to continue to come out here and to continue to support these families and continue to demand for justice. And we cannot have any politicians to come to us, to talk to us so that we can feel good, but we need to have people that are policy driven. Yeah. It's important for us to understand that we need politicians that are policy driven. And next, I'd like to introduce Representative Brother Hassan to come and speak. Give a round of applause.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I know it's cold, but we have a cause that's bigger than this cold. We have a cause that is the racism and the injustice of black men and women being gunned down for the last 400 years. There is nothing new in this country. People say, oh, I can't believe this is happening in America. There is nothing new in this country. We are on a stolen land.
Yeah.
Well, that was built on a stolen labor.
Yeah.
That's the reality of this country. When they put kids in cages, people say, oh, I can't believe this is happening in that has been happening. What we need to do collectively is that we need to continue showing up. We can't get tired of showing up. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot on our shoulders. It's a lot of burden to carry. But guess what? If it happens to somebody today, it's going to happen to you tomorrow. It's going to happen to the next person tomorrow, the next day. DOLAL was my nephew. And I promised myself that I wasn't going to cry. But I stood in so many different spots talking about Black Lives Matter until it hit home for me. So I stand here to tell you, I am a testimony that if this did not happen to you today, it's waiting for you.
Yeah.
It's the reality of Black people in America. We cannot get tired. We have to get louder and louder and show up every single day until justice is served.
until every single black man and woman that have been murdered by the terrorists that we call police officers, until every single family gets justice. We can't get tired. So I want you to continue showing up, and I want your voices to get louder every time. Take up all the space that you need to demand justice, because this is not going to be the last. After George Floyd, we thought that, the world was watching, that finally, that this system's going to stop gunning down black men. 7 months later, we're standing here talking about another young black man gunned down. So this is not going to stop, but I want you guys to keep showing up, to keep demanding justice, to keep talking to the people that you elected and put in office. What exactly are they doing for you? They can't keep you safe. So what is the point of you electing someone that can't keep you safe? You need to call the mayor. You need to call every single person, all the city councils. What are they doing to keep people safe? Black people safe. Black young men safe in this country. I don't want you to go home today disappointed at saying that you did the best you can. You didn't do the best you can. The best you can is when justice is served. Yeah. So I want you to make the promise that you're not going to get tired until justice is served. For every single family out there, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Thank you.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Say his name. Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake. Say his name. 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 Jacob Blake. We want to thank you guys all for coming out. Also, I want our girl Sherelle was found dead in Beltrami County Jail about 2 years ago. That all of you have been doing, and the organizers out here have led to 56 new investigations into jails across the state of Minnesota. So trust me. Protest in work. So we have other organizations out here today, and all these people out here have your back. Listen, George Floyd. Say his name. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. George Floyd. George. DOLAL. Jacob. Keep yourselves warm, get excited. Stay behind the van. Stay behind the truck, please, as we move forward.
Waxaan ka speak Somali. Waxaan u sheegayaa waxayna sidoo sheegay baanka daba soconaynaa insha Allah waxaan ku laabanaynaa meeshii aan ka nimid marka runtii Soomaaliyay qoran loo hadlo waxa ay hal imaadaan baxan maanta waxa everyone ka badan yahay maalin kasta anoo magaalada Minneapolis oo majority ka ah oo degan in maanta banaanbaxan lagu batay ugu tahay inaan heerka soo baxo Soomaaliyay aan taageerno DOLAL cid tumarkiisa oo garab taaganahay qalab taageerinaa ilaa cadaalad uu ka helo laakiin waxaan u baahanahay Soomaaliyay magaalada anagoo maanta degan Minneapolis inna loo qoro banaanbax everyone marka banaanbaxada dambe aan soo baxno aan taageerno DOLAL cadaalad aan u helo marka waa baxaynaa gaariga daba socda gadaashii si aan isku ilaalino waxaan tegaynaa meeshii aan ka soo baxnay ee Hillsborough County Government Center marka waxaan idin sheegayaa in runtii aan taageerno DOLAL. Say his name! Say his name! Say his name. Say his name.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now. What do we want? When do we want it? Now. Do you want it tomorrow? Do you want it in March? What about February? What about next week? What about next weekend? Tuesday? Wednesday? What do we want? When do we want it? 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 Whose streets? 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 If we don't get no justice, 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 no justice, we fed up. 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 Indict, convict, send those killer cops to the hole. It's indict, convict, send those the whole damn. It's indict, convict, send those the whole damn. It's indict, convict, send those the whole damn. It's no good cops in the racist system. No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system. When I say black lives, you say matter. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. When I say native lives, you native lives, native lives, native lives, native lives, you say matter, Somali lives, Somali lives. Somali Muslim lives. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these. Hey, hey, ho, ho. 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 If DOLAL don't get it, if DOLAL don't get it, if DOLAL don't get it, if Thurman Blevins don't get it, if Thurman Blevins don't get it, if Thurman Blevins don't get it, if Jacob Blake don't get it, if Jacob Blake don't get it, if Jacob Blake don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if Isaac Hayden don't get it, if Isaac Hayden don't get it, if Isaac Hayden don't get it, if Breonna don't get it, if Breonna don't get it, if Breonna don't get it, no justice, no peace. Prosecute the no justice, no Prosecute the no justice, no peace. Prosecute the no justice, no 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 prosecute the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. ACAB. 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 Police, mother now. Police. 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 DOLAL Eid, say his name. Say his name.
It's a beautiful sight right here. Ooh, yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that sun. Woo, glimmering. Convict. Send those killers, call and sister. It's guilty as hell.